ဒီဗီဒီယိုတော့ကောင်းပါတယ်ဆရာတော်
Okay. So, shall we begin by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times? Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa
Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
So, Monday we discuss about the what? Somanasa, pleasant feeling or happiness, we can simply say mental pleasant feeling. And also what is mental pleasant feeling, and also how to develop, how to make it happen in our mind. So, and also what are the causes or conditions for the rising of mental pleasant feeling. So after that, today we are going to what? Discuss about the Jnana Sampayutta. Okay. Jnana Sampayutta screen share. Okay. Review. Dhammasaṅgaṇī is here. I try to copy this. I copy this picture from the tribe Stockholm. So the credit is giving because it is not my own. So when I'm surfing internet website, then I found that with IJU, EJU, SJU. Yeah? This is a very important one. Nowadays very popular. IJU, EJU, SJU. So here the point I like to tell you is the first point I like to tell you is what? Do you see the screen?
Yes ဆရာတော်
Okay. Can you see clearly?
Yes
Here, Pali, what is Jnana Sampayutta? In the Dhammasaṅgaṇī, it is mentioned, Yasmain Samaye Kama Vacharam Kusalam Jaitam Ubbanam Hodi Somanasa Sagadam Jnana Sampayuttam. Okay, there is the word Jnana. Jnana Sampayutta is giving Jnana. In Bali, Bali literature, that there are many synonymous terms for the wisdom. Okay, for the wisdom, Jnana, and then Panya, Indriya. If you say what Panya Indriya or Vimansa, investigate. Also, among the Bojjhanga, Dhamma Vijaya Sambojjhanga. Okay, so investigating knowledge about the Dhamma. And also among the Eightfold Noble Path, it is called Sammadeti, right? So also there are many how do you say synonymous word for the damn wisdom, for the English counterpart, wisdom or knowledge. In English also the word for that word knowledge, here I pick up 3 words: knowledge, intelligence, and wisdom. Last night I tried to find in a dictionary what are the differences between knowledge, intelligence, wisdom, or which one is more basic, or which one is more advanced, or which one is more, how to say, in the sense of medium. Uh, but the point I can do say roughly is that knowledge starts from the very beginning. It's something we know. Maybe if my reading is not yet how to say wide enough, maybe you can correct. So in my understanding, last night I tried to read here and there, and then found that knowledge here in my understanding it appears like this: knowledge, after that intelligence. So it may be higher in degree. Then there also wisdom, knowledge, intelligence, the wisdom. Like this, I'm trying to, how to say, combine the graduate development. So how to say, knowledge is how to say what we know, what we know. And knowledge is something we know, just knowing. And also it means it can be grow, it can grow, and also it can change along with us. Okay, knowledge is something and that we know the fact, the idea, the fact, yeah, the fact, the truth, something like the sun, the moon is there, and also days and nights are there. We know, we come to know it, and also these are the fact. So knowing such kind of fact or truth, they are called knowledge. But it can be our knowledge. It can grow up according to the time we spend. For example, when we are getting older and older, we know more and more. We collect, we accumulate more and more informations, data into our, how to say, knowing, into how to say, the storehouse of the knowledge. So that is something we know it. And also another thing is what? Intelligence. Intelligent. Intelligence is something what that measure of how much we understand. Okay, it not just knowing the sun, the moon, but uh, it has a capacity to interpret, ability to interpret, or to analyze, as well as do what? Uh, do analyze and also to apply in our life. For example, in our life, as a Buddhist people, we came to know that the Buddha, okay, the Dhamma, the Sangha, these are triple gem for us. We have to take refuge in the triple gem. So without a proper understanding about who is the Buddha or what kind of person, or for some children, they may think even the Buddha is a kind of thing or a kind of celestial being and so on. But they just know it through the hearsay from the parents or teachers and so on. They don't have much knowledge. They just collect the information, data, so that is the knowledge. But when they are in the intelligent level, they start to, how to say, they start to interpret what the Buddha is. Okay. Now, in you as a student of the Buddhism, you start to interpret who is the Buddha and what the Buddha looks like. Okay. Through the knowledge you have acquired throughout your life, that you start to analyze or interpret, and also how do they, you trying to apply the Buddha nature in our life. So you see, in the Theravada tradition, Buddha, if you look at the statute, in most of the Theravada tradition, what the Buddha statue is a man-like. Okay, it is manly, like a very strong man, also very we can simply say male. It is interpreted as a male. But when we go to the Mahayana tradition, we pay visit to them. Actually, their interpretation is one thing. But when I visit to the Vietnam, what I interpret, I found that the Kuan Yin, okay, the statue of a Kuan Yin, and then I asked, what is this? So, and then they told me, this is the Buddha statue. Really? But I feel very surprised because my environment is the environment in which the Buddha is interpreted as a male. But when I see the choir and when I hear their interpretation at the Buddha, so I feel very much surprised. Then I ask again, is it lady or female? Then their interpretation is that it is neither male nor female. So the Kuan Yin statute represents the neither male nor female, how to say, nature. So that is what I like to tell you is their interpretation, our interpretation. Then in that case, intelligence is there. So we try and also we trying to what apply in our life. So suppose later on we come to know that the Buddha's nature is what wisdom and compassion. Okay, wisdom and compassion is one of the very main or core teachings, core nature of the Buddha. So in that case, we start to apply this nature in our life. We're trying to be wise. We're trying to learn a lot and apply that knowledge in our life. We're trying to develop that knowledge in our life again and again. And also, if we impressed by the compassionate action of the Buddha, then we try to be compassionate to other beings, towards the human beings or towards any other sentient beings. So in this way, we try to apply. That is, in my understanding, in English word, I don't know whether it is really fit or not. But so far, my understanding is like that. Knowledge is something we know, but we will not interpret. But in the intelligent level, we try to interpret, we try to analyze, and also we try to apply in our life. So wisdom is the highest level. Okay, the wisdom, if we through the repeated interpretation or application of the knowledge and intelligence, we become higher. Our level, degree of knowing become higher, sharper and sharper. Then the last state will be wisdom. In my interpretation. So in that case, the Pali word jnana cover all of these three parts: knowledge or intelligence or wisdom. So if we look at the dictionary, PDS dictionary, the word jnana is interpreted as the what? The word jnana, the term jnana is not as a wisdom, I think. The word jnana is as a knowledge or intelligence, something like that. But I don't find in that dictionary the interpretation for the word jnana as a wisdom. But so the Buddha's teaching is so wide, and also in the different discourses the Buddha trying to use this nature of a knowing or different level of a knowing in many different ways. So in the suppose in the Padisambhita Mega, in the very beginning of the Padisambhita Mega Bali, I think some of you already study. Mega means path. Padisambhita, how to translate? Padisambhita is what? Discriminative or analytical knowledge, analytical path, or the path of discrimination or something like that. They translate that into English. So in that Padisambhita Mega Bali, so you, if you turn to the past session, there you can see the jnana session. Okay, jnana session, the combination of 73, yeah, 73, 73, oh, yeah. 73 knowledges are combined there. Okay, 73, yeah. The first 67 knowledges are what common for the disciples as well as the Buddha. Common for both Buddha and disciple. But the last 6 knowledges, the last 6 wisdom or knowledge are only specify only for the Buddha. Okay, so there you can, in the Padisambhita Magga, there you can find what 73 knowledges. So here, jnana. This is something about the jnana. I'm not sure here what jnana belong to. Just knowledge or intelligence or wisdom level. But the one way or another, these 3 terms, English terms can be included under the term or the Pali term or the jnana, knowledge, intelligence or wisdom. But it may be, how to say, we have to use it for in terms of context. Okay, context. It's based on the context. Here in this case, jnana sambhayodam associated with the wisdom or knowledge, that kind of citta arise. Okay, citta upanna hodi, jnana sambhayodam citta upanna hodi. The citta associated with the wisdom arises. So, or knowledge associated with the knowledge arises. So it's a very common people studying regardless of their status or spiritual status or whatever position. Either it may be ordinary, worldly human being, or one of the 8 noble persons, or either Bajika Buddha or Buddha. We don't have such a discrimination here in the Abhidhamma in this case. So, but they just, the Palidas just generally mention that it is jnana sambhayodam. So here, jnana should be what? If we say intelligence, so jnana is not just merely knowing the fact or data in that case. So something like if we interpret knowledge as a collection of data or maybe trying to know the objects, the facts, the information, that is quite similar to the sanya. Okay, sanya. Sanya is the perception. We perceive the object, whatever object we perceive, and then we don't know much. We don't interpret so much, but we just trying to understand, keep in our knowledge storehouse of the knowledge. So that in that case, here knowledge is quite similar to the sanya, but here we are not talking about the sanya only. But maybe a little bit more potentiality of the intelligence. Okay, we not just perceiving the object, but also we have ability to analyze, to interpret, and also to apply. So that sort of thing is jnana samyutta here. Whatever consciousness arises within our mind. So in that case, if we are really intelligent, then we try to know, we are able to interpret. Okay? For example, if you do dana, so the Buddha said, Vichaya Dhananda Devan. Okay? We have to selective. We have to be selective in doing dana. So in that case, what do you mean? What does the Buddha mean? Is that we have to be selected in terms of the property offering, the thing to be offered, whether it is really useful for the mass or recipient or not, and also whether the recipient is really in need of this or not. So like this, we have to know it, as well as we have to know them. How to say, and the result of this action. Okay, knowing the result of this action, and also knowing, how to say, the benefit or the result is also okay. So also, while we are doing, some people, when we say about the benefit, mostly they think that maybe in the later we are going to get this kind of result. We will be born in a heavenly state, or in the higher status and so on. But actually, not like, it is also okay, but the point I prefer is that while we are doing dana, we know our mind. Or while we are observing sila, or practicing meditation, or loving kindness, or whatever, if we are involving in this kind of meritorious deeds, then what we do, what we know our mind is, we pay attention to our mind. In that case, we can see that the mind is undisturbed, okay, unobstructed, okay. It is not hindered by any other defilements or evil mental states. It becomes a pure, calm, and also very bright and delightful. We found that. So this is the how to say, the benefit that can be enjoyed or that can be seen at the very present moment. So that is that's why the Buddha said what? Sandhitika. We can see the result in this current moment, in this very present time. So that sort of knowledge we need, okay, in order to have that kind of a knowledge, understand jnana. Knowledge alone is not okay, but we need to have a basic knowledge about this. And so at the same time, we have to be intelligent, okay. We should be able to interpret and also to analyze, at least to our mind there, what is the cause and effect there, and also we have to apply this kind of understanding, okay, understanding into our life. So that's why here in this connection I prefer jnana to interpret as intelligent. Okay, then the word knowledge. So here in this case also intelligence here as you see in the picture there are three according to nowadays current philosophy or whatever, they trying to make a three cube. Okay, IQ, X, SQ, and EQ, emotional intelligence. So also the brain is a maybe left brain and the right brain is divided into two parts. So intellectual intelligence. So we try to collect the data, knowledge, the knowledge information we already stored there in the left part of the brain. And also the processing is here, the different serially processing. Okay. If we are trained, if our storehouse is there, then that storehouse, if we give it the knowledge there in that part. So we were, how to say, the neurons in that very part of the brain will work in a serial order. The processing is serially processing. So here, another word is what? EQ. EQ is emotional intelligence. So emotion is the what? Right brain. And in our right brain, right part of the brain, there we try to keep emotions, okay? Emotion, how to say, Chitta is sometimes interpreted as the emotion, right? Nowadays in many countries or Western countries, they instead of using the Buddha's word as it is, they try to use what? Interpret Chitta as the emotion or emotion management. Some people, this is also very become very popular uh, in the world. So because most of us are not able to control, to keep our emotion under control, mostly we can't. So, but if we can manage our emotion, this is very good. It's found to be very good. So that emotional intelligence is there. So parallel processing, the processing is, for example, parallel means how to say, at the same, parallel, how to interpret? I forget the word parallel. In Myanmar, we call Myanmar. The parallel, two or more lines that are parallel to each other. Okay, other are same distance above at every moment. Okay, parallel means in this left part there is a one thing happening, and also in the right part there's another thing is happening at the same time in the different serial order. So that is the way it work or it process in within our brain. Then so intellectual intelligence is represented with the red color. Emotional intelligence is represented as a what? With the green color. But for what? For the spiritual intelligence, nowadays very popular this word. Spiritual intelligence is that represented with the what? Blue color. Okay, the whole brain, it separates the whole brain. So intellectual intelligence has a limit, its own limit. Emotional intelligence also has its own limit on the right side of the brain. But spiritual intelligence, it cover the whole brain. Okay, become a how to say blue color. So the processing is what? Synchronous processing. Okay, it happened together with without this, the life will be in danger. If we, for example, if we omit the blue color, there will be only red and what? Green color. Okay? Intellectual intelligence sometimes will lead. Sometimes emotional intelligence will lead. So this is spiritual intelligence. Here, that regarding the term spiritual, I try to read some articles, maybe 2 or 3 articles about the spiritual intelligence. I found that it is a mixture of God and also knowledge. God and knowledge. So even in one scholar, he trying to say, maybe he trying to provide 4 facts, 4 ideas. So among these 4, 2 ideas is related to the God. Another 2 ideas is related to our life, our real understanding of the life, or the value of a life, and the cause and effect of a life, or deeper understanding of the life, and so on. So in this regard, what I like to tell you is spiritual here doesn't, I don't mean spiritual, if I'm to use this word spiritual intelligence, it is purely not related to the God or creator, but our own understanding of the life and the value of the life, or the application of our knowledge in the life, or the guidance of teachings, the guidance of the teachings of the Buddha, and so on. So in this way, I would like to interpret spiritual intelligence. We try to put in, okay, we try to put as many, as much as possible, the understanding of the teachings of the Buddha, so that without this guidance, the life will be not in balance. So sometimes intelligence will lead. So as we are, how to say, if there is intelligence only, as we get the information, through the information we get, we will proceed to our life. We will proceed. And also, if there is no guidance of the intelligence, only emotion, according to emotion, what we feel, what we like, we do. To the place we like, we go, and also without considering, without thinking much about whether there is danger or not. Okay, so our life will be led by the emotion in that case. But these two are kept in balance with the power of the spiritual intelligence, jnana sampayutta. Okay. So, for example, we see a man. Okay, Sayadaw, we see. In that case, what do? We feel, when we see the monk, we feel very happy. And then at that time, without thinking other things, this contact, okay, we can simply say the contact or the encounter makes me very pleasant. Okay, so that's why I like it, and then I go there and offer. Okay, that's it, because you are in that action, you are guided by the emotion only. Emotional intelligence is there. Your emotion is a guide. You are guided by your own emotion. And then sometime, okay, intellectual intelligence is there. So you don't know much about the Buddhism. You are maybe stranger to the Buddhism. But at that time, one day, if the Ban River came to your house, then your parents tell you, my son or my daughter, this is a Buddhist monk. They are a disciple of the Buddha. They are following the instruction and teachings of the Buddha, and so on. So that knowledge we perceive it. Okay, that information you get it, and through that and the information you do what? Oh, you take note that this is the monk or Buddhist monk or Buddhist nuns, and then we do offering only because you know that the monks they live on that how to say requisites of the lay people. Okay, and that's why you are do offer. So that's in that case your action is even dana. This in this case your emotion is your guidance. According to the your like or your dislike, you do it. For example, according to your liking, you offer dana. Here, in this case, according to your, how to say, prior knowledge, that this is a monk, they live on the food given by the people. They live on the requisites given by the people. In that case, you go and offer, okay, make a charity to the monk. Then how to say, that is intellectual guidance, okay? Your action, dana, generosity is guided by the intelligence. But here, if we are, how to say, guided by the spiritual intelligence, you not just knowing, how to say, this is the monk on the food or requisites of the other people, then what you try to interpret, oh, what is the difference? Why he can be worthy to accept our offering, okay? Why we need to offer, and so you start to analyze, okay? Why do I need to offer something like that? Okay, why he is worthy to accept our food, our offering, and also why do I need to offer? What makes offering? What offering makes us happen? Okay, by offering, what can we get, and so on. So that sort of how to say interpretation or analysis or application. When it happens there, then that is called what? Jnana Sambhayutta. Okay, spiritual intelligence is there. You come to realize by yourself. Yeah, you come to analyze or interpret. Okay, if you do dana, first thing is we feel. We can see that our mind become pure. Okay, if we are giving something to others, our mind become pure and filled with the compassion. We want to fulfill their need. Okay, so that's the very, very, how to say, positive or constructive mind is there. Constructive mentality is there. So understanding this kind of a nature, so you do the offering. So in that case, how to say, it is called, in my interpretation is that it is called Jnana Sambhayutta. Only when you are able to make dana or observe sila or practice meditation or give your service to others or senior persons. So only when you are able to make it spiritual, make it with a spiritual intelligence, is called what? Jnana Sambhayutta. Jnana Sambhayutta Ceta is there. So and also this is because it is as an interpretation. This is how to say, you can agree or disagree, or maybe you can improve it more. But so far, what I understand is like this. So here, this picture is taken from this website. Here in the commentator, Atasalini provided. I think you already read about that. And on the page number, Atasalini page number, Esposita page number 101, right? 101. So there are four causes for the rising of intelligence or wisdom or knowledge, you can say. The number 1 point is karma door, by means of the meritorious action that had been done with the aspiration to be wise. So I think if you have read page number 101, then it's very easy to understand. In the previous life, we have seen, a commentator explained that previous life we see very wise or intelligence, vulnerable, like a vulnerable Sariputta. We are the when we see vulnerable Sariputta or him, how to say, he managed with the wisdom, and also he is praised by the Buddha in terms of the wisdom. So we are so much impressed by this scene, or we are so much impressed by the action or knowledge or attitude of the Venerable Sariputta,